Domination. Capture the objectives. Enemy taking C.
Got shot. Changing mag. Contact with enemy.
Losing the Bravo. UAV online. Captured B.
Targets in sight.
Losing A.
Target down.
Friendly care package inbound.
Enemy contact.
We captured C. Losing C. We lost Charlie. Heads up. Enemy UAV spotted. Destroyed enemy's UAV. Hunter kill deployed. Losing Alpha. Enemy airstrike incoming. Be careful. We're capturing Bravo. It's too close. Fight harder. Enemy Shock RC is coming.
I'm hurt! I got Targets in sight.
Contact.
Lost that round, but it's not over yet.
From electronics, cosmetics, home appliances, you need it, Mano has it. Delivered in minutes.
So the last couple of weeks have been tough for both Drake and his fans out in the Turks partying, which is hilarious considering this line from Meet the Grams. Of course, he also had the Twitter Riddler and his cryptic message, along with some of Drake's belongings he allegedly possessed. And yes, I know the journalist Christopher Alvarez now claims that Drake did no wrong that night, but the Grams. Of course, he also had the Twitter Riddler and his cryptic message, along with some of Drake's belongings he allegedly possessed. And yes, I know the journalist Christopher Alvarez now claims that Drake did no wrong that night, but the Grams. Of course, he also had the Twitter Riddler and his cryptic message, along with some of Drake's belongings he allegedly possessed. I know the journalist Christopher Alvarez now claims that Drake did no wrong that night, but the Of course, he also had the Twitter Riddler and his cryptic messages that he shared, along with some of Drake's belongings he allegedly possessed. And yes, I know the journalist Christopher Alvarez now claims that Drake did no wrong that night, but the more I think about it, the stranger it sounds for Drake to want to hang out with this guy of all people at 3 a.m. in his hotel room, where Christopher claims that Drake played him some unheard beats. Not even songs, just beats. Which Drake doesn't even make beats. I don't know, the story is just not adding up to me. Regardless, in an attempt to pop back out and silence the critics, Drake did come back with a feature on Sexy Red's new album, specifically on the song You My Everything. And I have to say, it might have damaged my brain permanently. I mean, her performance here is just straight up garbage. Like, I'm talking about way worse than Soul Train.
I'm like, what did he say fuck me for?
Now, in his feature, Drake attempts to silence the haters and to diffuse the ever-growing buzz around the first and greatest diss beat of all time, Metro Boomin's BBL Drizzy. Now here you get the same bullshit Drake that we've gotten over the last couple of years. Lazy lines about having sex, and bars about the tough guys in his entourage. But this one's gotta be my favorite.
Soon as this shit get resolved, I'll turn librarian for you. I'm booking that shit.
Why?
And here is where he tries to reclaim his status as the true BBL god, sampling the record itself and saying,
Me and the surgeon got history. I changed a lot of girls' lives for real. They need a new body that hit me. Hey, BBO Drizzy, they want a new body. They asked me for it. The last one, Jung, he did it for free because I sent so many past ones for him.
So here Drake is saying, yes, I am indeed the BBL god, because yes, I've likely spent millions of dollars getting various surgeries for various women. I mean, at this point, Drake is looking at these chicks like Build-A-Bitch, apparently. In this way, I guess Drake tries to divert the joke on himself into a W. All I know is that stupid BBL Drizzy hook has lived rent-free in my head for weeks. And the fact that people were dissing him in 1,000 different languages was just hilarious. Overall, this song still makes my ears bleed, at least for the first 2 minutes. But Drake's flow really is great here. I do have to admit though, I find it hilarious that he keeps fulfilling prophecy after prophecy.
When I see you stand by sexy red, I believe you see two bad bitches.
Even the biggest Drake nut gargler has to admit that the optics of this are hilarious. Now more recently, a ghost from Drake's past has revealed its ugly head once again. Or should I say Ghost Riders?
Thank you.
Back in 2015, Drake would famously destroy the then very respected Meek Mill in a rap battle. He took down the dude from the streets who was known for getting hyped on the mic, releasing Charged Up and then the hit record back to back in the matter of a week. Drake crushed any chance that Meek might have had by hitting him in his most vulnerable spot. I remember back then I had just left off to college, and when I heard back to back playing at house parties and on the radio, I said, holy shit, my guy Meek is cooked. He tried to come back, I tried to hype up his responses to my friends, but it did not matter. Everything about Back to Back was perfectly strategized. Even the artwork for the song directly referencing the walk-off home run in Game 6 of the 1993 World Series hit by Joe Carter was so well planned. For those of you that don't know, that home run propelled the Blue Jays to back-to-back championships. Drake had entire crowds of people saying lines like,
Trigger fingers, turn to Twitter fingers. Yeah, you getting bodied by a singing nigga. You love it and you gotta get a world tour. Is that a world tour or a girls tour?
alluding to Meek's then relationship with a much bigger entertainer than himself, Nicki Minaj. At the time, his status as her boyfriend was eclipsing his status as a rapper. Don't get me wrong, he was still dropping good music, but he was becoming more known for being Nicki's boyfriend, more than he was for being Meek Mill, which is something a man is obviously going to be clowned for. This whole song is layered with references that emasculate Meek, who is known for his tough guy gangster image and ferocious delivery in his songs. For Drake to drop a radio hit on his head through a diss record is something that we had not seen for a very long time, and this really got him a lot of credit as an MC, and he really shed the soft R&B Marvin's Room guy label. Now you're probably asking yourself, well, why do I bring this up today? Well, first off, let's just acknowledge that what Kendrick did to Drake recently is exactly what Drake had done to Meek almost a decade ago. Because just like Drake recently, Meek actually put out some decent records of his own during that beef, dropping Wanna Know, War Pain, and Pray For Him. 3 great records that got completely eclipsed by Back to Back. In these songs, he talks about how Drake is an inauthentic artist, even calling him the new Milli Vanilli.
Was it Quinn Miller? Was it Usher? Was it detail where you really got your flow? Milli Vanilli, that nigga, huh?
Referencing an R&B duo who infamously failed when it became public knowledge that they weren't actually singing a single note on their hit album. But in the end, it did not matter. Meek could have dropped the most scathing record of all time, and no one would have cared because the public perception was that Drake had already won. Does any of that sound familiar to you guys? Like Kendrick just got 2 platinum records calling him a PDF file. And just like Drake recently, Meek seemingly went into this battle with no strategy. And to me, in the end, that's why they both lost. Now, to Meek's credit, and that's the fact that he had gotten a lot of quote-unquote help from